From clarkwoods.com, this is Horribly Off Topic, episode number 187. I'm Chris.
And I'm Steve.
Hey, Steve.
And I'm looking up the IMDb for Black Cougar. A movie we both recently saw.
Yes, I thought, yeah. But
it's funny, I was looking, it said 4.9, and I thought it was out of 5, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty good rating reviews, and I'm like, wait, that's out of 10. I'm surprised it's that high. I've never actually seen the movie, but it looks really bad.
Black Cougar?
Yeah.
Oh, is Black Cougar about are we talking an older lady of color?
It's no. That's the funny thing. It's like, okay, so like I don't know what show it was on, but the movie came out in like 2002.
Okay.
And the guy that was talking about it was like raving about how it was a superhero that protects kids. And he was really this really excited, like smaller than the actor that was playing the Black Cougar, white guy, really excited about how the Black Cougar protects kids. Mm-hmm. And then on half in the bag, they were talking about on the back of the DVD, there was the website, which was www.blackcougar.com.
That does not sound like a place you should visit, Steve.
I think one of the guys that works for the website, Jack,
works for Black Cougar, or no,
that works for Red Letter Media.
Okay.
They got him to go to the website, tricking him to about like some bonus features that weren't on the DVD or something.
Well, I bet there are some bonus features.
Yeah, and so it is exactly what you were saying earlier.
It was.
It's still about Black Cougar the movie.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
It's a trap. But yeah, like we
he's dead now, isn't he?
Who, Black Cougar?
Spoilers for Last Jedi. No, Admiral Akbar. Didn't he die in The Last Jedi?
Yeah, I mean, it's well past the time when people should be concerned about spoilers on a brand new Star Wars movie that came out at around Christmas time.
Yeah, I mean, unless they were waiting for the DVD, which comes out next month, I think.
Oh, fucking whatever.
Well,
and like, if you blink, you'll realize that. Or if you blink, you won't realize that Akbar died.
Yeah.
You be like, wasn't he there? And then you're like,
he's not.
If you weren't aware of him even being there in the first place, then you wouldn't have really known that he died.
Is there like a coalition between recent Star Wars directors to do some sort of Mon Calamari genocide? Because like, didn't the gray Mon Calamari, is it Mon Calamari? Is that what they are?
I don't know what the
I think Mon Calamari is the race of alien that
which
Admiral
race was
Akbar.
Kid Fisto?
That's a good question.
You don't have to look it up.
But no, I do.
It's not an answer that needs to be found.
No. I'm sure it can. Kit Fisto was a Nautilon Jedi Master during the last years of the Galactic Republic. No, but in the Rogue One, I'm pretty sure that there was one of those. Save the rebellion. Yes, that guy. He was in the Black Cougar.
Yes, Black Panther. You mean?
Oh, that's true. He
wasn't talking like this though.
Mon Calamari.
Yeah. They're octopi.
They are a humanoid, a bipedal amphibious species with high domed heads, webbed hands, and large goggle-like eyes. But I believe that we've had one of them die in a climactic battle sequence in the last two, and I wonder if there are any Mon Calamari left.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait till Han or Solo or whatever it's called.
It should be just called Han, right?
Yeah. Or Han.
You're
still hanging out with this loser Chewbacca.
Do you think Donald Glover as Lando is going to say Han? He better
say Han.
He better say Han.
And he better call him Chewbacca.
Did you know Donald Glover was credited? I think it's Donald Glover was credited for the humor. Okay. All
right, Leary.
No. I'm never thinking Leary when I do the okay. I'm thinking Joe Pesci. That's just so we're clear.
I've been playing Bayonetta, and there's like a very Joe Pesci-like character.
Oh, really?
I forget what the fuck his name is. That was, I don't think I actually ever mentioned it. That was the game that I rebought recently.
Yes, I think
we talked about it last week, and then I talked about Final Fantasy, which was not the game I rebought.
Right.
But Bayonetta 1 and 2 I got for the Switch.
Yeah.
So if you have a Wii U and you want a copy of Bayonetta 1 and 2, then let me know. Send an email. Clark at hotwoods.com. I mean, hot at clarkwoods.com.
It's a trap. No, so Donald Glover, if I am recalling correctly, was credited for, and I don't know if it was actually, I don't think it was actually called Punch Up on the in the credits of Black Panther, but I'm pretty sure he was credited for what Patton Oswalt famously talked about. Drink. In Werewolves and Lollipops is Punch Up, which is comedians hired to take an unfunny script and make it funny. So I think he was credited with some of the humor writing on the Black Panther, I believe. So I think Ryan Coogler had him come on over, and so we got some funnies in that movie from Donald Glover, who's
apparently his show Atlanta is fantastic, but I have not seen a single episode.
I haven't seen it either.
But I always liked him in Community.
Yeah,
and then I think he didn't like playing that character anymore, which is why he wasn't there for the last 2 seasons or half of season 5, right. And then the final Yahoo series. I dug him in Spider-Man: Homecoming. He plays the crook who's trying to buy a gun from the Vulture's people, and he just wants a gun. He wants something for a stick-up, and they try to upsell him. And then Spider-Man, you remember? Okay, yeah.
So
okay.
Anyway, so Donald Glover was not in.
I just want some coffee-flavored coffee. And this guy with his pants down to his goddamn fucking ankles gives me some fucking bullshit, not coffee, blah, 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 blah.
Is that Community?
No, that was Dennis Leary.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I've never seen Community, so that could have been Community.
No.
It's one of those ones I should have watched, but I feel like
this Community means about as much to me as a festering bowl of dog snot. If you took their combined IQs and multiplied it by 100, you might have enough intelligence to tie your shoes if you didn't drool all over yourself first. What was that one from?
I don't know.
It was UHF.
Oh, okay. I might be wrong about this. I thought there was something on there on. I'm trying to look it up, but production, second unit,
this
art
is
department.
Always really interesting.
It's like weird. Fucking Donald Glover. I swear Donald Glover did something on Black Panther, but
he's gonna be in Solo.
Yeah, he is going to be in Solo, and he's going to say Han and Chewbacca.
That was one of the trailers that we saw, and then I had seen it like during the Super Bowl, but it was more of an extended trailer when you see it before a movie.
Yeah,
and Becky and I were both like, eh.
The one in the Super Bowl was not. I mean,
no, I mean like the one we saw at the movie theater too.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it because. That's one where, unfortunately, the behind-the-scenes stuff has infected my brain in terms of what I'm thinking about the movie, because the 2 guys who were on it got fired very late into the production, and then they brought in Ron Howard, and I think Ron Howard is a pretty, he doesn't always make great films, but he makes some great films.
But when he does, they're Dos Equis.
This is true. So yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I think it could be good. I think the individual pieces they've gathered are good, but that doesn't always, like, I think Donald Glover is good, and I think Daenerys Targaryen is good.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the guy playing Han.
Han.
And whoever's playing Chewbacca.
I hope it's Billy D. Williams.
I mean, what's his butt has gotten...
He'll probably learn how to pronounce the wrong.
Oh, that's maybe he's going by Han in this movie, and that's why he calls him Han.
Well, Hand to God.
So I guess we started talking about Black Panther, but so what did you think?
I was okay with it. Like I was really tired and like no fault of the movie.
Right.
I was dozing through parts of it.
Yeah, I was really tired when I saw it too, and I think that definitely affected. Like, I liked it a lot, but I definitely feel like I was affected by it. A, sleepiness, and B, that I was seeing it on not a huge screen. I was seeing it on a normal screen.
We went to that new theater in Littleton that they built
okay.
over by where Market Basket is, getting a little bit local for you.
A little bit.
So, I mean, they have one of those, it's not quite as big as an IMAX screen, but it was a pretty big screen, and we saw it on there. It was funny.
3D or not 3D?
Not 3D.
Okay. Yeah.
It was funny. They had a little bar there, and for a really long time stared at the menu in the hopes of finding an Narragansett on the list, and it wasn't there. But they had a sign up on the chalkboard, and they had PBR there, and I did not see it. I figured since it was. If it wasn't on this paper menu that I was handed, that they didn't have it, and then so I was like asking if they had, and I don't know, it was a big mess, and I ordered a freaking like vodka and soda water, and then realized that they had it, and then my second drink was that was the PBR, which is what I brought into the theater.
Did the alcohol help make you sleepy?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was funny. Like when we first got there, we sat down at the bar, and there was like. I don't know if Becky was even there yet. I think she went to the restroom. Yeah. But there was this guy, and he asked for like you can drink at the bar, and then you can ask for to-go cups. Yeah. And go into the movie theater with it. They just got to stamp your hand. Right. I don't know why.
Because somebody's going to come through the theater.
I mean, if you got the drink, then I think you've already, like, you could just go outside and drink it, whatever. Right. Yeah. People might think it's just a fucking Coke if it was a rum and Coke. Right. But, for some reason you have to have your hand stamped with this infrared freaking stamp, which I don't know if it's
how they get you.
Yeah. So we got the stamp, but like this guy asked for to-go cups. And they poured them into a larger cup than what was actually, like, was the original drink glass. And so he was like, oh, it seems like there isn't enough in there. And he was just, I don't know what the fuck I don't know what the fuck his goal was, but he was all mad that there was room left in the cup. And so they're like the bartender was like, what the fuck is it? Like she didn't say it, but she had that look in your eyes.
Oh, she had the what the fuck look in her eyes.
The what the fuck is your issue look in her eyes. And I was just sitting there like trying to just not laugh. Yeah. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And so like so she's like, fine, and then she pours it into a smaller cup, and that for some reason was what he wanted. He just wanted a smaller cup.
He just wanted his cup filled, man.
Like there was 4 ounces of liquid that could have been in that cup that weren't. And so
he's a conservationist.
Well, dude, he wasted a fucking cup.
But he probably figures that cup can be reused. He does not want to get a cup that has any room in it. It's just it's a waste.
And I kept on like messing with her, like but like in a fun way. Yeah. And then she would get that I was messing with, and then she would laugh, but then she was like, "Are you fucking?" She was about to give me the fucking "Are you fucking kidding me?" look. Yeah.
That's a dangerous look. If you get that from one of the Dor Mélanger, you're in trouble.
It was because while I was staring at the menu for a really long time, I'm like, could I get a 16-ounce free sample of this one? Yeah. And she was like, what? And she was like, oh, you're kidding. Yeah.
No, she's probably a little harried.
From what had just happened. So I was hoping to dispel some of that anger. So the next time she runs across a customer that is making a reasonable demand.
Right. So that she won't give the are you fucking with me look. Yeah.
And the thing is, I was.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing that happens. Okay, Steve will sometimes fuck with people.
Yeah, and there was we go to the movie and like things that I really liked about it were Michael K. Jordan, like the villain. I liked him.
Yeah. Is he Michael K. Jordan?
I thought that's what his name was.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but
I know he has a middle initial because he's not. He trying to distinguish himself from the number 23 or whatever that basketball playing Michael Jordan was.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's probably why he's got his middle initial.
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I was confusing Michael B. Jordan and Michael K. Williams.
Oh, okay.
The guy that plays Omar on The Wire.
Got it.
Well, I mean, I'm not confusing them as like people.
Right. No, but they do the middle initial
their
thing.
names.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. Like, I could totally understand, like a black audience enjoying it more.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
but as a part of the patriarchy and part of with my privilege and all that,
part of white America.
Yeah, I don't necessarily understand.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think that's one of the things that I said.
It's not that I don't understand. It's just that I don't have that frame of reference in my life.
Yeah, I don't think we can appreciate it as a good movie,
right.
But I don't think we can appreciate it as the sort of monumental step in representation that a black community can and so I remember when I was filming very sleepily my review of the thing right after I saw it. That's what I said. I was like, who the fuck cares what an old white dude think about this movie?
You're not
like,
that old.
I feel old sometimes. I really enjoyed it. I want to see it again, and not so tired this time because I feel like
I might just wait till it comes out on DVD or video or whatever the fuck.
Because I only saw
on demand.
A lot of times I see these Marvel movies a couple times in the theaters, and Thor I also only saw once, and we watched it because it was out on digital this week. So we watched it on Friday night, and family loved it. Kaylee and Stephanie loved it. Melody doesn't watch them. She goes in the other room and watches something else because it's a little too scary.
Well, come on. Jeff Goldblum is totally not creepy in this one.
I love Goldblum in that one.
Like Becky actually said she, maybe because she watched more of the movie and wasn't asleep, she liked Black Panther more than Thor, and I disagreed, but everybody's
you were
entitled
asleep for some.
Yeah, I mean, I might have liked it more if I had seen all of it.
It's a very good movie. I think
although freaking Martin Freeman's American accent.
The one of the scenes that I love.
It was better when he was on Fargo because he could put on the very thick Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin accent.
Or, well, the upper Midwest.
Yeah, it's like the normal
or not Wisconsin.
Not normal,
obviously, Fargo, North Dakota. It's North Dakota and
yeah. I don't want to be East Coast normative, but like what I was saying is like the sort of traditional. I'm just digging myself a hole here.
Yep.
The East Coast
Everyone
accent,
hates us now.
The East Coast accent, the sort of Boston, New York, Washington, not thick version of the accent. So not the like Southie accent, not the New York version of that. Like I don't know if that's a Bronx accent or whatever. Like, but just the sort of general American accent that I think they get trained for by their dialect coach. I feel like that one is harder to pull off for whatever reason because it's not. I don't do dialect coaching. I don't.
Do you know somebody that does?
I do, and I hope that they don't listen to this and go, Chris, you're full of shit.
Well, then no, that's good. We write us an email and tell us why Chris is full of shit.
But I feel like the
hot@clarkwoods.com.
Yeah, I feel like the whatever they might be getting trained on because it probably is descended from a British accent that they already have, it's way easy for them to lapse into
like a Boston accent or a New York accent.
Yeah, because the ones that the other one that when the Harry Potter kids were all asked to do it years ago, probably during like the last couple films, I remember an MTV news crew or MTV video, whatever.
Kurt Loder or something.
No, it was like young Kurt Loder. It was like the Kurt Loder Jr. By this point.
Kurt Loder still on MTV?
I don't know, but
it's like in the Grandpa Report. When I was a boy, we had music videos.
No, but whoever it was, was asking them to do bits in an American accent, and they all went for the Southern accent. That's the other one that I think they're able to pull off more easily.
But yeah, but like the guys on Half in the Bag had some good points. They said it was, they both liked it.
Yeah.
But there was like some of the special effects were not great.
It's See, so that's the part that
It seems weird, like that they would just kind of like not put any, but like the part that really stuck out for me was like at the beginning when there was like, the this isn't really spoilers or anything, but like the ceremony where he's gonna become the king and he has to fight, the guy or whatever that challenges him, and they're on the waterfall and all the people in the background doing the little dances, as they're getting ready for it.
Yeah,
that looked really fake.
Oh, okay. So it looked like it looked like fake in what way? It looked
it looked like they weren't real people.
Oh, okay. I got the sense that they were real people. I wonder.
I did not get that.
No. I mean, from watching like behind the scenes stuff, I got the sense that. So that's why I was asking you. I was wondering, what do you think it was like a compositing thing where they were just composited badly on the green screen that he was.
Maybe I don't know. It just like that scene a little bit. Some of the shit at the end that I woke up for, like when they're fighting on that thing.
Yeah, in the mine,
the magnet or shit that's going on. How do they work?
That's the anything once he's in the suit. Was a little dicey for me, and and I think that's, I don't know why that is. I because it looks like what is the fucking guy's name? Chadwick Boseman. It looks like Boseman is completely capable of handling his own in an action scene, but the moment he puts on the suit, that suit, and especially because that suit comes on in such a CG way, as opposed to pulling on tights or whatever like that, because it comes on in a way that is obviously digital.
Yeah.
Everything in the suit looks faker to me than, say, a Captain America or something like that kind of scene.
Because there's at least some of his face exposed,
right?
For Captain America, or Thor, or Iron Man is different.
But Iron Man, and I'm worried. So they're using very similar stuff. It looks like, based on the Super Bowl trailer, like it looks like Iron Man's suit is going to come on in very similar ways to the way the Black Panther suit comes on in the Infinity War. And one of the reasons I think the Iron Man suit always looked, until recently, very normal is because it was chunkier, and because in that first movie they made a point of showing us like that before it went totally CG. They made a point of showing us that like this thing like has to grap over his legs. It like takes two machines to like put his boot together and all of that. The closer they get to outright fantasy, the harder I think they have to work at the CG to make me not realize it's CG.
Yeah, I mean, and it's been the thing that's been plaguing like computer animated shit since its inception.
Yeah,
and I think Inception is no exception. That is the fucking title.
Thank you, because so far all I had was the "Are you fucking with me?" look. Inception is no exception.
Like the just like CG stuff like suffers from like uncanny valley stuff, and it's because of like I look at that door over there and it looks like a door. Yeah, it doesn't look like a jar.
Yeah,
but like if it was like if we were to take that door off and like green screen in a sliding door, it would probably look fake and people would be like probably turned off.
I mean,
by that fake door.
What if you were making a movie with me back when I didn't have any facial hair, and then you decided to
take away that facial hair.
You do some reshoots, but I I am contractually obligated to have this beard while I'm teaching because I need to look professorial, but we have to go back and do some reshoots, and then you digitally removed my beard. Do you think that would look normal?
No, I think it would look terrible.
I mean, let's just say, for an instance, I was playing Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, just as a for instance, that would make me maybe look a little bit weird.
Yeah. There was what was it? Speaking of that exact thing.
Yeah.
Chris Merloni of
I know that name.
he was in lots of Law and Order for
Okay.
a while.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he was in Wet Hot American Summer as the cook Gene.
Yes.
And he there was this one scene they had to reshoot, and he had already, I think he might have gone back to do Law and Order, and he does not have any facial hair,
right?
In that, but he did as Gene, and they like there's this one scene you could totally tell, like his facial hair has been just like pasted on, and it looks freaking terrible.
But in like Wet Hot American Summer, that's fine because they're not going for it. Yeah, I mean that's the one downside of the Black Panther movie were the effects because and I think that ties into, for me, when it started to feel like a Marvel movie. That's when I didn't dislike it, but that's where it kind of fell flatter for me. And I say this is kind of a spoiler. My favorite part of the movie was a line where Eric, Michael B. Jordan's character, towards the end,
Michael K. Williams,
towards the end, said, they've had their climactic fight, and he says, I forget what he says to Black Panther, to T'Challa, but it's some allusion to superheroics or to the fantasy or to the fairy tale, like fairy tales or whatever, and they've just gone through something that looks very much like the kind of crazy adventures everyone else has had. And when he says that line wouldn't land if we didn't have all the crazy Marvel-like adventure that we just had. You probably haven't seen this. I think, was it Vanity Fair? Somebody had Ryan Coogler, the director, break down the fight sequence in the casino in South Korea. Were you even awake for that?
I watched that part,
okay.
Yeah.
So that fight sequence is great.
Yeah, because it looks real.
Because it looks real. Nobody's wearing... I mean, until he goes outside and the costume magically comes onto him.
And then he's riding on a car.
Yeah,
and it's
like that
really extended car chase thing.
And even most of that looks okay, I think, because it keeps cutting back to...
like the real people in the other
real
car.
People, but also to Shuri, his little sister, driving the car remotely from Wakanda. And I think because it's acknowledging in the way that Iron Man acknowledges this is fake, but like here's how the fakeness works. Like she's sitting in this holographic representation of the car. Every time they transition back to that, I'm like, oh, yep, this is like that distracts me. That like they're showing me the wires, they're showing me how it works, and then it goes back and he's in a thing on the car. Yeah. Or, like you say, when it cuts over to Claw's posse there. And
but that was another thing. I forgot that Andy Serkis was in Avengers 2.
Okay.
But he's kind of buff. And it's weird seeing him not as like some CGI fucking monster.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
He was a real person.
He's a real person, yeah. And he's real and quirky, and together with his other Tolkien white guy.
I've been sitting on that one for a while.
No, but you brought. I was like, here's a good place to get in there.
Becky made a good point. It's basically Hamlet.
Oh, this. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's Hamlet, except that. Well, that's a very interesting reading of that, because if it's Hamlet,
it's sort of Hamlet. It's got a Hamlet-esque.
But it is Hamlet. But it's the what we would call the villain, the antagonist. Eric is Hamlet.
Yeah.
Like that,
which is why he's a better character.
He is an amazing. So there were a lot of fucking rankings going on this week, Steve. And the one I generally, like with these Marvel movies, I don't love the rankings, but I enjoyed reading the articles where they talked about the villains.
And I thought it was more like Strange Brew and less like Hamlet. Why is that? Why are you drinking? That's not One Piece.
Oh, just because I wanted to drink?
Oh.
No, what is Strange Brew is
the Bob and Doug McKenzie movie.
Oh, okay. Well, so
which is based on Hamlet.
Every movie... so it's like The Lion King.
Yes.
Okay. Every time a Marvel movie comes out, they redo these fucking rankings. About the movies in general, which we can talk about in a minute maybe, and B... they rank the villains because it's a known thing that they struggle in the villain, the antagonist department. So I liked that one. I think it's fairly useless once you get past the top 2 or 3. Like, cool. Like, tell me who your top 2 or 3 are, but please don't fucking try to rank all 18 of them, or, you know, if there are movies in the villain case, there's multiple antagonists sometimes. He's definitely up there. So I enjoyed reading those articles. I was like, yes, I keep calling him Eric because we talked before the show, like the fact that he's Killmonger is... And that's just like a nickname that's applied to him. That's not a nickname that's in the movie. I mean, they say he got the nickname Killmonger. It doesn't sound... They try to shy away from it, just like they totally shy away from calling M'Baku Man-Ape. Which is like the problem with Black Panther. The potential problem was that at the beginning, a lot of it I think was written by a lot of white guys, and there were some stereotypes. So I'm glad that they leaned in on the stories from later, where they actually let people of color write the stories. Yeah, so M'Baku, who they kind of worship the gorilla god or whatever, like that's as far as they go with it. They don't call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they probably wisely did.
It was very wise. But, oh shit, I cut you off. You were going to say something there in response to one of my things about antagonists. Killmonger is a stupid name, but...
Yes, and I mean, just like with Killgrave.
Killgrave, yeah.
I'm like, anything with kill in it, I'm like, what are you fucking doing? Stop it.
Kill Dick.
I'm Killdozer.
You're Killjoy. Killjoy. Yeah, I'm.
Killjoy actually wouldn't be
Killjoy
bad.
wouldn't be bad. Killjoy wouldn't be bad. That's probably we'll let that one go. Marvel or DC, whoever owns that one.
I'm imagining there is a Killjoy in one of your fucking comic.
There might even be like a Killjoy and a Killjoy 2 and a Killjoy 3, and I remember when I first started collecting comics, I loved to get the official Marvel Comics handbook ones, which used to be like bound just like a regular comic book, and then by the time I was later in my collecting, they started making them with 3-hole punches because they were like, people might want to slot them all. It was... Anyway. I get into this argument every time these movies and these lists come out, and maybe we've talked about this on the show before.
Yeah, whatever. Like, we probably haven't for a while,
right?
And
it's not like
maybe
we'll
have we'll have some new listeners that maybe didn't listen to that particular episode.
But I get into every time, as I said, the listicles come out and people make the case for what ranking the 16, 17, 18. I think it's 18 now, or maybe it's 19.
Do you have it up there?
Marvel movies.
Do you have like a list?
I can try to find the one that I was looking at. I disagree with them on principle because because I think they're all good. I think they're all good in their own ways. There are very few clunkers, and the yeah. All right. So it's Collider.com that had the. That's where I get my movie news. And so they have Marvel Cinematic ranked from worst to best. This is from February 20th. And invariably, they start with number 18, Iron Man 2.
So they don't like Whiplash. Then.
They don't like Whiplash. They see, and I make this contention every time it happens. People don't like Iron Man 2 because the word got out. This is like we were talking about Solo before. People don't like Iron Man 2 because the word got out that it was a problematic production, and the movie blogs all decided we hate this one, and so everybody internalized we hate this one. And they watched it once ages ago, and they're like, "Yep, that's the shitty one." And
because I remember liking that one because maybe I didn't maybe I didn't pay any attention to any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
I remember liking that one. I remember thinking that number 3 was the dud of those 3.
I agree. I think number 3 is the dud. Now, I say that, and the people who are like nuts for whoever that director is, they come out of the woodwork, and they cannot stand anybody who slags off number 3. And that makes them want to slag off number 2 even harder. And I like all, so I have to come back and be like, I like all of them. I think if you're going to rank them, the first 2 Thor movies belong at the bottom.
Yes.
And like, no questions asked. The first 2 Thor movies are the most boring of all of them. The first one a little less so. So I think Thor 2 goes at the very bottom.
Yeah, definitely.
And Thor 1 goes right above it. People disagree with me. So we could go through this whole list, but I think we should just go with what I said. What would your top like 3 or 4 be? Like if you had to think about it, what would your top ones be?
I mean, these are in no particular order.
Right. Yeah, I have a hard time doing that.
I really liked the first Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the new Spider-Man
a
lot. I liked Vulture, and I liked what's his butt in it as the Vulture.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, yes. I liked him as because I mean that was a villain that I could understand his motivations.
Yeah,
he was just a dude that was fucking trying to make a living, and then he couldn't do it anymore because the fucking government,
Tony Stark and damage control. And
they fucked him over.
And then the stupid kid in the red suit starts showing up.
Yeah.
But then the stupid kid in the red suit rescues his daughter. We don't know it's his daughter at that point, and now he's fucking conflicted. Oh my god, a conflicted villain like that.
It was good. That was a lot of good stuff.
So Guardians and Spider-Man.
Those were both really good.
Out of the rest of them, like your Iron Mans, your Captain America.
I like the original Iron Man a lot. Freaking Jeff Bridges was in that fucking giant. Tony, I'll fuck you up or whatever I'm saying in my giant iron monger suit.
Stand still, you son of a bitch. No, what it's you little prick. That's what it's like.
And that was like like that. Jeff Bridges was that, and he like around the same time was in the Neutron movie. So he was in like 2 pinball machines around the same time.
See, I think those are 3 sort of undeniably. Most people will agree with you. Like, and I would agree with you. I think that's the thing that I have a hard time with is like there's about 5 to 10 of them that I would rank pretty close to each other.
There's a reason why like the Marvel resurgence happened around the time the first Iron Man movie came out. Because the first Iron Man movie was really good.
Yeah. So I would go, let's see, not that you asked me, but
go right ahead.
But I would put the first Guardians up there. I would put Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That one's really good. But that was one that I didn't see till later because I wasn't like 100% in love with the first Captain America movie.
Yeah. I would put those 2, which coincidentally came out the same year. That was like a super year for them, and which was after a really shitty year in which Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World came out.
Yeah.
So like they had Avengers in 2012, and then 2013 was Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World, and I feel like that was the lull. And then they came back with Guardians and Captain America. So I do Guardians, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Iron Man would be up there. as my sort of top three.
Okay.
I think so. Just to, I'll give Collider. This is
what are their top three?
Matt Goldberg. I will go to their top three. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to click.
Was he a wrestler? That Matt Goldberg?
I think. Or
was that just Goldberg?
I think you're thinking of The Fly.
No, it was Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, this is true. All right. So, oh my gosh, they have Guardians at number 10.
What?
They have Guardians at number 10. They have Iron Man 3 ahead of it. Yeah. But okay, I'm trying to. The way they do their page is a little weird. Okay.
I mean, I liked the fact that Guardians had a villain in Rodan, and he in a guy in a rubber suit running around.
You're going to totally disagree with their. So you want me to do it in ascending or descending?
Just do the top three.
Yeah, but you want me to start at 3? Start at 3. Okay. So number 3, Iron Man.
Okay, that's fine.
I think we're okay with that. We think that one as the first one should be up there. Number 2, the Avengers.
I did not like the first Avengers.
I like the Avengers. It would probably be in my 4 to 5 to 6 range.
I don't know why. Joss Whedon's never-ending banter conversations were fine up until a point, and then I just got annoyed when the entire second act was the most boring thing ever.
I like it, but I understand your feeling. And number 1, Captain America: The First Avenger.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Because they loved Red Skull.
I don't get this at all. I've seen. I think the problem with that one is the bookends. Now I understand why they do the bookends because they want to establish why in their universe this guy from the 1940s matters, and they don't want to just have the ending where he gets frozen and he wakes up without the beginning, which kind of prefaces that they found him in the ice. They want the bookends. I think it's a bad choice. I don't think that movie needs the framing device. I think that movie is amazing from the moment that we sort of start with Red Skull in the 1940s trying to find the Tesseract to the point where they have their final battle and he makes the sacrifice. I think that's a really interesting movie. And I think the bookends are what make it less of a movie. It's still in my top 5 or so. I think that movie, I don't dislike it the way it sounds like you didn't.
I don't know if that might have been another I was too tired.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think we can. I think at the heart of all this is we both talked about how we were tired watching Black Panther, right? And I think.
And tired as in physically just tired.
Yeah.
We were sleepy boys.
I saw it at the
Not
end of
tired
very
of the
busy
premise.
day. Yeah. I think sometimes some of these movies are not for everybody, right? And that's totally fine. That's why these lists are so problematic for me, is because everybody's list is going to be slightly different.
Right.
The fact that they have Guardians 2 at number 4. I think.
Well, this was ranking the villains, right?
Yeah, no. This is just the movies.
Just the movies.
They do have a villains one. I don't.
Yeah, let's not.
But yeah, no. So they put Doctor Strange down at number 17.
I forgot about that.
Doctor Strange is not empirically worse than Thor: The Dark World. Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, that one belongs at that was one that I fell asleep for an extended period of time,
right,
and did not miss anything.
Yeah, no, Thor: The Dark World is an empirically boring movie. I will have the Iron Man 3 argument, right? It's not my favorite, but I'll have the argument with people who I'll have the debate. Let's not say argument. I'll have the debate with people who want to say that is good. I am not going to listen to somebody who thinks that Thor: The Dark World is a great movie. I love all these fucking movies, and I acknowledge that it's not a good movie.
Even in the new Thor movie, they made fun of how bad the last one was at the beginning of the fucking movie.
They did, and that's the thing is, I feel like we were cheated. One of the great things about the only sad thing about Thor Ragnarok is seeing that Chris Hemsworth is a funny fucking dude, and when he gets paired with a funny director who he gets along with, we can get an awesome Thor movie. But you know what? We had 3 chances and we only got 1, and I think he's probably done. Like, unless somebody comes with a really great script, I think we don't have any more Thor. And it makes me sad, because if we had gotten that as the second movie and then we had 1 more to look forward to, it'd be happy days. I don't know. I think he's a
These happy days are yours and mine.
Happy days.
We almost done?
We're getting there. So we both watched Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be like the second or third thing on the list, and we just went right into it. The first thing on the list was supposed to be something you told me that I didn't really remember or realize.
It's not a... Well, I said... Well, this is episode 187.
Yes.
So 187 is the police code for a murder.
Oh, that's why.
So that's why it was also like the one for...
The pager code.
Pager code for like your shithead or murder... Murder, death, kill.
Oh, okay. Murder, death, kill. Who would you murder? Who would you murder? Who would you death, and who would you kill?
What?
You got Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. Who would you murder? Who would you death? Who would you kill?
What is death? Is that like I'm Dracula and I have death at my command for some reason, and I just say, hey, go over there and kill that guy?
I don't know.
Which would also be murder.
But like, what is the actual one? Fuck, marry, kill. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Murder, death, kill. Though I like
murder, death, kill was from Demolition Man.
Oh, so did they actually play the game that I just invented?
No, they call when someone dies like a murder, death, kill.
Yeah, I would murder Tony Stark. I would watch. I would kill Thor, and I would watch Captain America die
by the hands of death. Apparently,
by the hands of death. Yeah. No, I think I don't want to cause Captain America's death. So I would just in Thor it would be a mercy killing. It'd be like Loki had stabbed him in the back or something, and so I would kill Thor just to put him out of his misery. Tony, I'd murder. Tony, I'd take it upon myself. I'd be like, I think Tony's going to cause the end of the world. It's time to murder him. Yeah. So I think that's how the game works. Is who would you murder in cold blood? Who would you just watch die because they're the last option? And who would you kill to help put them out of their misery? Murder, death, kill.
I'm not playing this game, but that's fine. I'm glad you shared.
All right.
With us.
Fuck, marry, kill. No. No, is that what? Yeah, fuck, marry, kill. Yeah.
No.
They play that in the Spider-Man. They F, marry, kill. They don't say the F word.
And who did they decide?
Or is it kill? Is it fuck?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. This is very important.
No, it doesn't.
All right. So 187. That was a pager code for death.
Yes. 143 was love.
Okay.
And we were actually talking about this last night. And 147, which was something I accidentally sent to somebody via pager message. And they were like, what does 147 mean? And I go, it means I'm an idiot. And so the pager code for Steve's an idiot is 147.
147 is the pager code.
No, you can't get better than that fucking one.
No. I'm just looking for things for the description.
Oh, okay. You're going to write one tonight?
Pager code for Steve's an idiot.
I still remember my pager number, and I'm not giving the area code, so
Yeah.
if you dial this, and I don't know, but don't dial it, whatever. But it was 3212313.
Oh, holy shit! That's okay. Mine would have had a lot of sixes in it. Everything number related that I have has a lot of sixes in it.
didn't pick the number.
No, I don't fucking pick the numbers. I'm saying I don't want to get an OPSEC here, but there's a number of things in my life that have a lot of sixes in them that were assigned to me.
The number 12 comes up a lot for me.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So you're double me. You're twice as good as me. Is that what you're saying? Because you're 12.
Yes.
Okay, Steve.
What's happening? What else do we got?
What else do we got?
Oh, yeah, we got my pinball performance this year.
We got your pinball
or this season,
and my reading. But we got about.
So
10.
I'll just anybody that's
my reading thing is not that important either.
If you are interested and you are in the area, the Massachusetts finals for the winter season of the New England Pinball League. So I think there might be an additional tournament later after all the state championships occur, but the state championship for Massachusetts, I gotta fucking make sure.
Gotta look it up. Well, while you're looking that up, I gotta say, you told me before the show you, Mr. Steve, are ranked 11th in Massachusetts and 23rd overall out of 190 folks playing the pinball. That's impressive. I gotta say. I don't know why I got to say it.
Okay, so it's going to be at Down the Road Brewing on March 31st. So the last day of March.
Okay.
Will be the day that I am competing in the Massachusetts State Championship.
Is that Holy Saturday? Is that how that goes?
I don't know. Is that right before Easter? Is Easter on the 1st?
Yes. This year, my younger daughter's birthday is not only April Fool's Day, it is also Easter Sunday.
Wow, look at that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's Down the Road Brewing, which is in Everett, Massachusetts. Yeah. If you are a local person and you would like to support your friend Steve, or if you listen to this show and you don't know me, I'm okay with you coming and supporting me. But I don't know.
But at least
that weird?
No, come and say hello. Be like, hey,
come by.
Steve, I like pinball.
I'm sure have some beers. I'm sure the people at that down the road would like some customers.
It's not any weirder than the time that I was at Fun Spot and Jules, who I had never met before, heard my voice talking. I don't know if I was talking to my kids or if I was there with another friend. And he's like, "Hey, are you Chris from
from Horribly Off Topic?"
From Horribly Off Topic. I was like, "Yes, I am."
As a matter of fact, I am. I remember back when before we had actual coasters, I used to go there and I would sit at the bar for a while and shoot the breeze with them. But I'd write the podcast name on all the coasters in the bar. Like, it would be like Miller Lite, whatever,
right.
And I'd just be writing Horribly Off Topic, available on iTunes, back before it was Apple Podcasts.
Right. Which is harder to fit on a coaster, if we don't mind saying.
So yeah, I'm ranked 11th in Massachusetts. So that means I'll probably be pretty high. I don't know how the tournament is going to work. I don't know if, since I'm so highly ranked, if I will get a number of buys.
Oh, okay.
Because if it's going to, I think it might be like upwards of 80 people that might be competing. Oh, wow. So if, the people that are higher ranked, then maybe I won't have to participate.
You're the Patriots of pinball.
Yeah. So I'll maybe have.
Watch out for birds.
Yeah.
They might. If there's a guy in a chicken suit playing against you, or an eagle suit, let's say. Yeah, or anybody wearing green.
I'm not like, I did really well in the B division last year. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I will succeed so much in the A division, which is where I've ended up this year. Like, one of the guys that I played against in the B finals is in the A division, and he's like a couple slots above me at this point. And not surprising, he's a really good player. And what was surprising was that he ended up in the B division last year.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
that's too bad for him. Too bad for you. Actually, not bad for him. Did he win last year?
Well, he came in third.
Oh, okay.
So I came in fourth.
He came in ahead of you.
Yeah, I mean, he probably was thanking his lucky because the other guys that were in there, they were really, really good. Not that he isn't, but like they just
they were the creme de la creme.
They just played a little bit better, and he was probably like, oh, thank goodness for Steve being here, so it wasn't like possibly
that's what we all say.
A third. Yeah, that's what everybody says when I'm around.
Thank goodness,
especially when they're competing against me. Except for when I like occasionally have a horse. I'm like occasionally I'm just I'm what was it? I'm Eli Manning against the Patriots. I've got a horseshoe stuck up my ass.
You got what up your ass?
A horseshoe stuck up my ass.
Oh.
Like this past week, like I did really good.
Is that what they do? Those Manning brothers?
Yeah, they stick a horseshoe right in
Well,
their
I mean, one of them played for the horseshoe team. I'm saying, is that how? Oh, jeez.
That might be why.
I didn't know that those brothers did that to each other.
But this past week, I was in a 5-person.
Does that mean that Eli put?
I don't want to talk about football anymore, Chris.
Put a giant up Peyton's ass.
Right.
Sorry.
So I was in a 5-person group this week, and
okay.
And I was the 5th person in the group, so that means I did not get to pick a machine.
Oh.
So it kind of stunk, but I won my first game, came in second on the second game, won the third game, third on the last game. So I ended up with like 32 points. Out of 40. So that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
So yeah, I mean, I'm good, and I can get an 8 this week, which is usually the lowest you can get. I can get an 8 this week and still like hold on to approximately my my scores.
But you're gonna try for higher.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Or are you gonna rest your players?
No, I'm gonna try, and I'm actually probably gonna go. I'm gonna play. On Tuesday at Flat Tops in Cambridge. If you guys want to come out, it's going to be crowded as fuck because it's the last week, and anybody that isn't me that needs a better score. I mean, in fact, I might ask Mitch to put me in a group with like more higher tiered players.
Yeah.
Just because I don't need the score.
Right.
And I don't know if he does. I imagine he just does it randomly. But
yeah, probably. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just so someone who actually needs a better score can not have to play Bowen Cairns or something like that. Although Bowen, I don't think played this week, so he's currently ranked lower than me.
Oh, interesting.
But that's only because he wasn't.
Because it wasn't.
So it's just being there. I think is part of it.
Being there is half the battle.
Right.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Jill.
Well, anytime you say half the battle, you have to say G.I. Joe, right?
It sounded like you said G.I. Jill though.
G.I. Jill. Would you murder, death, or kill G.I. Jill?
You can find the show notes.
No. Quickly. I was just gonna say. So I had a reading this week, and it was good. And I sold some books. And I put.
Which is also good.
Well, yeah, and I put a video.
Did you autograph them?
I did autograph them. Yep.
What did you write? Did you say?
I always say with thanks for support.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I try to add something personal in there. One of them is one of my bosses, and then the other one was a former student of mine who also happened to be from Chelmsford. So in that case, I didn't remember much else about he was a good enough student, but I didn't remember much else, so I just like leaned on the Chelmsford thing.
You're like, way to be from Chelmsford.
Way to be from Chelmsford.
I'm also from Chelmsford, and look at me, I wrote this book.
Speaking of people from Chelmsford, now, if you missed this last one. And you're in the area on March 28th.
March 28th.
March 28th.
Couple days before the pinball tournament.
Yeah.
So if you just came to town, like if you're from out of town, for the end of March, you could go to Chris's book signing.
Yeah.
And you could go to the pinball thing with me.
And on the 28th at 7 at Trident Books in Boston on Newbury Street, I will not only be there I will be there with Jen Petra-Roy, who is also from Chelmsford, who has a book coming out a week from Tuesday.
All right, so
her debut
her
novel.
book will be very fresh.
Yes, it will be very fresh. Mine will be less fresh.
Yeah, but it'll still be great.
I
saw Becky reading it yesterday when I went to I had to go to the post office real quick, and I came back and she wasn't watching shows. She was reading your book.
I could, that warms the cockles of my heart.
Right.
People who have read it were at the reading, and they were telling me how nice it was to hear me read it aloud, which makes me think I really should do an audio version at some point. It was on my to-do list, and I took it off because I just didn't have any time.
I'll help you with that if you want.
Can you play all the female characters?
Oh yes, yes, and
no, I did want to do it, and it's just like, God. Maybe over the summer or whatever. It's just, I mean, it's not that hard for me to sit in front of a mic once a week as I'm doing now.
Right.
But, I think the book to read it out loud would take several hours, probably several hours over a couple of weeks.
Right.
And then it would take however many hours to edit it. And
you have to keep your voice. You don't want to do it all in one fell swoop because then your voice will be garbage. And then everybody will be like, why does Chris sound so gravelly on the podcast?
Yeah.
It'd be like, he's
gotta
like they call him King of Vocal Fry.
Do they ever sell vocal fries at McDonald's?
Yes.
And you can find the show notes for this episode at clarkwoods.com/hot/187, which is the pager code for death. No.
Yes.
You can email us with your comments, questions, concerns at hot@clarkwoods.com.
And
you can tweet us. I'm at ECC1977.
And I am at Tuesday is Loser. That's Tuesday. IS Loser, all one word.
Yes, and?
Yes, and.
Yes.
You dick.